trauma. We all have trauma from past life experiences. We all have trauma from what we hear. I grew up in Detroit, but I live in East Lansing now. I be tripping because I don't hear gunshots. And I'm not knocking my city, but it can get hot. You hear these sounds going off, and these are not fireworks, and it's not 4th of July. That's an AK-47. I know that sounds specifically being a former Marine. So I say we get so used to things that when I got to East Lansing and I wouldn't hear fire engines or ambulances, it unsettled me. But that was part of my trauma. That's part of what we deal with. But for you young ladies in particular, one thing I want you to get away from this is that I want you to have a comfort by hearing someone like me speak, that when most of you transition, go on to the next level, whether it's playing at a great institution like Siena Heights or wherever you may go, you're going to have a comfort level to say, you know what? I'm not really feeling myself. I want to seek some help. Particularly in the African-American community or minority communities, we suppress that. We have issues going on, but we're told to suppress it. We're told not to talk about it, and this has been passed down from grandma and them and how that goes. And we've had issues happen, whether it's sexual assault, whether it's other issues that's taking place that we are wrestling with and we're trying to compartmentalize, and they're affecting us in some way or form. Many of you guys, and I was talking to one of the coaches earlier, made a good point. You have to be honest about your mental state. Because if you try to play through something, you don't understand. People like us are trained to watch your body language. Going back to body language in time, Izzo, Jaren Jackson, who was the #1 draft pick, he would be in practice. And Jaren had never really been challenged beyond where he was because he was such a great athlete. In most cases, when these guys get plays, they've been the best player on their team everywhere, kind of like many of you young ladies. So Jaren had an issue that every time Coach Izzo would get on him, he would shrink, he would get down, and when you almost 7 foot, it's obvious. So at the time, Monty Williams, who wasn't with he was with the Spurs at the time, and he and I have a USA basketball connection. We were both in the Breslin watching practice. And Tom made a good point. He said, listen, man, if you keep showing that body language like that, your draft stock is going to drop. So body language became the thing that we were going to work on with Jaren, right? So at the Moneyball, shout out to Glove, you know about Moneyball, at the Moneyball tournament, that's when Jaren said, Lindsay, I need you to keep sitting there because when I see you, I'm reminded of my body language. So body language is one thing, ladies, as much as you try, you cannot hide. Yeah? She's saying you can say, no, that's like saying you're invisible and you're standing right there. We can see it. We know what to look for. It may be in your eyes, it may be in your movement. So I'm telling you, instead of trying to mask these things, feel confident that Simone Biles and Naomi Osaka have kind of gone to the ceiling for you guys and going to your coach and say, Coach, I'm not really feeling myself right now. Can we talk about it? And I think all coaches now, even if they weren't really of the mind, even Tom Izzo, we've had some hard cards. If you guys go on my YouTube channel, you can find an interview, one of the many interviews Tom and I did, where he admits that, Lindsay, I really wasn't into the mental toughness, the mental health part, but now I get it more and more. So everyone is coming around right now. So if you are not feeling yourself or need to talk, don't try to suppress it. That's not helping you. And when you transition to a college campus or something like that, seek out someone like me. When you're trying to make a decision on what school you want to go to, beyond the glamour and glitz, pose this question. What type of mental health support do you guys offer? I think that's going to do 2 things. One, it's going to help you find a good fit for you, but it's also going to challenge that coaching staff to either get on the ball to provide those resources and just look at you in a different light. Okay? Because check this out. Because guess what? When you transition, you're going to have an issue. Your issue may just be a homesick. I left Henry Ford High School. I was class president, student council president, Detroit Citywide student council president, youth governor. Really popular, right? All this stuff. I went away to Morehouse College. That's where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. went, Sam Jackson went, Spike Lee. I was loving it. I got down there on campus and I was sick. I was homesick. Me, a cool dude from Detroit, my body physically got sick. I didn't understand it. I didn't know what it was about. I couldn't even walk up 3 flights of stairs. They took me out, took me down there too. They know I had the freeway off and on. I went out way out to the country somewhere to go to the doctor. The doctor checked me out and said, man, there's nothing wrong with you, man. You just might be homesick. So what I'm telling you is, you can't get away from it. Something is